Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next round of the Unimaginary Theater, a Genshin tournament hosted by Furu on his server, Furu's Teapot. To recap the rules, every 2 days starting from the Abyss reset, we have a ban period followed by a submission period. During a ban period, both players participating in the tournament and non-participants in Furu's server will be able to vote up to 3 characters to ban from subsequent runs, excluding the Traveler. After 12 hours, the votes are tallied, and the 6 most voted characters will be banned for the remainder of the tournament. If multiple characters tie for the top 6 positions for these votes, they will all be banned. Participants for this Unimaginary Theater then have 36 hours to submit a run showing a clear on Chamber 1 of Floor 12. For the first Spiral Abyss of version 5.4. Across the 2 teams used, the sum of 5-star weapons and the refinements cannot exceed 3. However, unlike weapons, there are no limits on character constellations, and if a participant's submission from the previous round doesn't use any newly banned characters, they can choose not to resubmit a run for the current round. Points are awarded for how quickly the chamber was finished, based on the in-game timer. On the screen are the point values a participant can receive for their run, with the highest being 65 points for a clear under 60 seconds, all the way down to 10 points for a clear under 500 seconds. Each round also has a progressively increasing multiplier to match the difficulty of clearing the chamber with a continuously dwindling pool of characters to choose from. These rules were created to promote both horizontal and vertical investment, to level the playing field as much as possible between different accounts. To advance to the next round, players need to submit a 2-star run for the current round. Those who are unable to can no longer participate in the remainder of the tournament. And that just about sums up the rules for this Unimaginary Theater. Now, let's take a look at the scores and character usage rates from the last round. Hello everyone, and welcome to the second round of the Unimaginary Theater. With me today is Harokku.
Hello, hello.
Furu.
Hi.
And of course I haven't introduced myself yet. I am Saffron. Now, the first round was kind of a mess, because everyone just ran their best teams, not necessarily the same archetypes.
Yeah, there was a lot of different stuff, a lot of vapes, a lot of high constellation teams that you see in high cost speedruns. Couple blooms, international. We've seen a lot of Farina, Yelan. And a new key surprising with a crazy Geo team with a C6 Chiori that obliterated the second half.
Yeah. Honestly, the main constants throughout most of these teams were the Farinas and the Yelans. And obviously the Dendro reaction shenanigans as well.
Yeah. A couple freeze teams on the first half. Dendro, and mostly AoE focused, and on the second side, most people just ran the highest damage single target team they had.
Yeah. Not all that much Mulani or Chaska though, surprisingly.
No, there's one.
Yeah.
Not many, yeah.
And with 39 people in the first round, we also, that's 39 participants. That will be in the second round. Now, this is the pick rate for round 1. Unsurprisingly, we have Farina used by almost everyone.
Yeah. Benek, Shangling, Kazuha, Nahida. It's basically the you should pull those character tier list in order. Yeah. Even up to Jilonen, I would say.
This, if you ignore Mawika, Like if you ignore the other DPS characters,
Yeah, the DPS,
this could very much look like just a generic Spiral Abyss usage rate.
So people used whoever their DPS they have, whatever DPS they have, but it makes sense that the highest use rate is mostly the DPS, like the supports or the sub DPS.
Yeah.
That helps those.
Yeah, I think the only outlier is Farazan, as in she is not really with the characters, but the Teapot people actually have her build, right? So she's kind of good in both sides, I think. Yeah.
Some people among us have her built.
Okay.
I do have her, but I never use her because I don't have a DPS for her.
My brother in Christ, she is the DPS.
Yeah, that requires skill, which I don't have. You have to click all the buttons. It's so difficult.
That requires skill. Yeah, you use her skill and then you do her charge shots. Anyway, this all leads into the results on what characters would be banned for the second round. On top of all the characters that got banned for round 1, the top 6 for round... the top 6 characters voted to be banned for round 2 are also not going to be able to be used. I'm pretty sure I messed up a couple words here and there in that sentence, but you get the message.
Yeah. So
what we can
see
here,
Jilonen highly. Jilonen, Yelan. Basically, Jilonen being too much of a universal shredder, especially for second half.
Oh yeah.
Yelan having an absolutely insane C6. So even if you do have Yelan yourself, someone with a C6 Yelan is going to clear like twice as fast. So you would want her to be banned, and that's also true for Free now, I think.
And Chiori, though Chiori was more of a case of
someone had a crazy Chiori.
Someone played their hand a bit too early in the tournament and got Chiori banned because their C6 Chiori was just insane. Kazuha also unsurprisingly getting voted out because he's just he's way too good for the first half. Yeah,
the grouping is crazy, and also why Nilu's getting banned. Just
who needs
having
grouping?
the super bloom is crazy.
Yeah, who needs grouping when you can just bloom them to death?
Yeah, especially when the AoE of super bloom is like the room.
Hu Tao very narrowly escaping the ban for this round by 1 vote.
I'm kind of surprised because she's not even the craziest single target units. She might be one of the best that's left though.
I feel like Hu Tao works a lot better because people are used to not using her in a VV setups. They're more used to using her in comfy teams like double Geo or double Hydro.
Right.
So she's a good fit for the second half.
Yeah. Xingqiu is still open. Sucrose is still here. Like there's a lot of options to play.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Player, anyway.
You can even play Overload as well, right?
Yes.
Whichever is. Yeah.
So, these are all the characters that people cannot use for their clears.
Shout out to Chiori, who was banned solely because one player, Anuki, got the result last time, got the best time.
Shoutouts to Amber and Diona for being an Archon / Harbinger level threat.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Remover challenge, and we literally have probably the 3 of the best Amber mains in this server anyway, so like people are not crazy enough to let them use it.
You could say they're among us.
We could say they're among us.
Yeah,
that is correct.
I would want to add a little bit about the strategy for banning, right? As seen, so some C6 were banned right away, and also the top players attracting attentions from the votes because so not only the players, right, even the audience members are voting on it, and they just see the first person and then they would just ban whatever they are playing. So there's rigs showing your hand and then you're playing too good, getting some crazy time like what Anuki did, right? Yeah, and she got her C6 Chiori banned just in 1 round.
Johann got his C6 Nilu and C6 Johann banned. basically instantly as well. So.
But I got my C6 Amber Band before the tournament even started. And my C2 Sit Lolly.
Yeah, blame the memes. Blame the memes.
Right.
Anyway.
On that note, now that we have set the stage, if you will, shall we have a look at the 15 fastest clears for this round?
Yes, let's go.
Number 15, we have Fofi.
She's running a Wanderer team with a Beidou to help with AoE, I guess.
Maybe to like just stagger the Arrow Knights as much as possible so they don't.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
power
maybe
up.
a shield helps. It's kind of partial.
Yeah.
And we just spam charge attack with Wanderer, right?
That's.
I've never played him.
I don't actually. I'm not the Wonder expert here, so I don't really know. Like, I imagine AoE is better. Like charge attack is better in AoE situations, but it also depends, because sometimes I see people just running normal attacks, because...
Yeah, it might depend on artifact as well. And wait, yeah, we can see a very quick first side with a 2 rotation, which not many teams are able to do so. And second side with a kind of budget on release Mulani team.
We got the Tesco Aldi value Mulani setup.
Yeah, because we don't have Gentleman's not available. But Week has banned, so yeah, we have to bring out the Xiangling.
Honestly, with the damage I'm seeing Mulani dish out with the Aldi Tesco value team, does she really need Shalom?
I don't think so. I mean, you would want it for, fastest time, but right now it is going very well. She basically is blowing up the unit in 2 autos. Plus the burst. Oh, almost insta-kill with the burst.
100
yeah, it is a
second
very
clear.
clean 100 second.
Yeah, like, it wasn't the fastest, but it's definitely very clean.
Yeah. ML with a Clorend Venti team. And I think that's a pretty good grouping.
That's the one to deal with them.
That's Venti, right?
Yeah. Venti is really crazy for this room. I mean, any grouper is, but Venti especially, because you can position the tornado. If you position the tornado properly, you can almost like grab every unit as they spawn.
Clorand is also very good against, like, in this particular chamber, because she can just... Yes, she can get interrupted quite a lot, but she can also iframe with her burst and, like, just dash around to dodge the attacks as well.
Does a dash have invincibility?
I don't think it does, but it's just more mobility to help deal with how annoying those Arrow Knights are.
Okay. And a Ganyu melt on the second.
Yeah. They're also using Ventis to provide CC, right? So is protected.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. It is a pretty standard, just Ganyu melt team.
Yeah, you can tell they're really inching, like trying to get as much DPS as they can because they're running magic.
Yeah, first grade magic. It's very good. I think it's her best in slot for melts. I mean, the Chaska bow might be. I heard the Chaska bow is like better, like 1 or 2% better or something.
Oh.
Like barely edging it out. But...
it makes sense why, but I'm still surprised that magic is like almost her best in slot in melt, despite she's usually the only one on the team who's a cryo.
Yeah. And we have a Chinese Morgana with a Sucrose for some reason.
Maybe they don't have
From
Venti.
Turtle.
Yes.
I think they just don't have Venti, yeah.
Either way, very respectable.
Unthinkable. Yeah, honestly, it's a very quick run.
It is C6 Ganyu here, so
Oh, it is C6 on you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that C6 gone you do it numbers.
Oh, that's a good candle. But yeah, it's crazy to think that, like, if you talk to some people in like 1.0, 2.0, if you tell them you don't have a venti, they think you're crazy. And now it's like, you don't have venti? Oh, that's normal. Because Abyss has no grouping. This is one of the rare Abyss we've had where grouping could be very abusable.
Can we talk about just how much they min-maxed Fischl's damage there? I believe she's on Polo Star.
Yeah, it's funny stuff.
Like, the only way... The only reason why you do, like, normal charge attack cancel like that is to, like, build Polo stacks.
The Ember mains know it well, right?
Classic mechanically challenged turtle doing some of the hardest routine in the game. And practicing for 2 weeks to have an Abyss run. So...
Is this...
yeah.
Wait a minute, is this...
He's even learning like the like international exclusive thing where you try to position the tornado in a certain way to get more damage.
That's just beyond me.
Yeah, I looked into it. There's a way to get like 5 hits, and it's completely insane. Oh, first Lanyan, I think. I think that we can see. Kind of odd. Floround and Fischl. I mean, kind of a classic team. Just the animal unit. The animal option is kind of weird. With Sucrose open, I would guess you would just play Sucrose, but I think if you want the shield, it's nice to have it on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you
Lanyan...
might need the shield.
I think Lanyan works pretty well here for a bit of shielding.
Yeah, because if you're telling me you get interrupted a lot, it's better to get a shield than risking it.
And Lanyan also has only 15-second cooldown on her burst, the grouping, while Sucrose is 20. So yeah, in speedrunning, you can only use 2 elemental burst for Sucrose in Yuxraal, but for Lanyan you can use 3. Yeah.
Okay. And here we have another Ganyu melt. No shielding there.
No shielding, but instead it's burn melt with Emily.
Got clapped. Rip.
Can you actually get away with using Ganyu's burst with burn melt?
Yes. I think so. No? I've seen it a lot.
See,
From when I watch Impressive Ganyu, he kind of always starts with burst while he does his whole setup. Because I guess he wants the 15% bonus cryo damage.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty big. Emily also doing respectable damage.
Yeah. I don't have any clue how she actually functions, but I guess...
She's just off-field...
Just raw damage?
Yeah, off-field dendro damage.
Okay.
Works well with burning.
And we have a Taser Faruzan.
Taser Faruzan, the goat?
I say, actually one of the Faruzan team I've tried playing a little bit, and it's really fun.
Are they running Thundering Fury, though?
I don't know. Can you tell with the...
Yeah, it is Thundering Fury, yeah, because she does 2E and then 2CA, and then the E is already up again.
Already back?
I could see the cooldown going down like by a second a few times as well.
Okay. And I guess you play like TOTM... Kokomi, sorry.
TOTM Kokomi, yeah.
And then we have a Rider National. Pretty classic team. And since a lot of the better options have been banned.
Was that an
One notion,
was that an 89,000 non-crit?
yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's check again.
I mean, it's Miss Splitter on Chingsho too.
I hope we get to see them crit this time.
It's only like
Is that-
184, right?
Yeah, is that C0 or C2?
I think it's
I don't know
I
if a
think it's
C0 would do
T2,
that
right?
kind of damage in a national setup.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. The burst basically blows up the entire health bar.
Yeah.
It's
On its
me!
own.
Saffron.
It's me in the
Yay.
top 10.
Top 10 Saffron with a chlorine team.
Yep.
No
and
grouping.
Sucrose.
We're using the sucrose.
Yeah. Although it didn't quite work
And
in
it
that
means-
occasion, like, I used her burst to iframe, like, the 50 gajillion initial attacks that the Armites do.
Yeah, they also apply 20 elements, so
Such a pain.
pretty good grouping on the line in the middle. Just refreshing and full grouping. Nahida.
You were using Kazuha in the first round, right? But
Yeah, I
you
used
got
Kazuha in
banned,
the first
so-
round. So I'm just using the exact same team, but replacing Kazuha with Sucrose.
And yeah, classic. This is only
Classic Ganyu melts.
over hitting the head.
One funny thing to mention is that so we have the time brackets, right? So you can notice that so most of people in the run we just show was having like 100-second clearer because they already got the point for the bracket, for the time bracket, and they don't really need to try it. Even if like a run that is around like 95 seconds would be the same score as 100 second. Yeah, so there's no merit. Yeah, and it also reduce the number of tries people need to do because we only have 36 hours to submit it. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we have to remind everybody, this was played every 2 days. So you basically get the result and you have to play and submit your runs within like 36 hours. So it's not something you can have like, you don't have a week to prepare.
Right.
Which is why going by time brackets is a lot more merciful on the players.
Yeah, it's like, as if you can hit the time bracket, it's nice, but if you can't, you just take the points. You
Yeah.
have like a 20-second error margin or more, depending on which bracket.
Yeah. You only try more when you are close to the next bracket, right?
Yep. IceSlash here in 9th place, running the exact. Wondering what those are. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
Running
He's
the
running
exact
the
same
team.
team as me. There we go. I could finally say it this time.
Let's go. And second side with we have a rated national. So we're already seeing like after the first round bans and all the cracked supports being hacked, the teams are starting to get very much more similar. Or like as archetypes, like if people have some of the good archetypes who perform well the first time and they're not banned, they're gonna just copy each other.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of how it works every round. Like, the first 3 people would submit a time, and then other people would be like, wait a minute, I could run this as well, or, oh, I could run this instead, or I could run something similar. And then that's how, like, there's always, like, 1 or 2 sort of archetypes, like, for each round. Also, this person's riding is C0, right? A 250k burst, right? That's C0.
Right, yeah. Should
Number
be
8,
C0.
we have Johann.
Johann. Holy. Mobile warrior.
And he's running the Shatter.
Oh, right.
Zhongli,
The
yeah.
Shatter medium Mizuki again.
The one who's doing the Shatter is Zhongli. Yeah. But it's really
How does
fast.
this team actually function? Is it like the Geo hits are shattering and then Mizuki just buffing the hell out of Shatter?
I think it's both Zhongli Shatters and Mizuki Swirls that do the
Oh,
damage.
And a lot of boosting.
Bad dreams be gone. Time to relax.
You can actually see where you're putting when you like spam clicks on the burst.
That's one good thing with this strategy. Yeah, it's like so there are many geo characters that can do it instead of Zhongli, right?
Yeah, but like even if Mizuki's banned, you can just play something else.
Yeah, Sayu mostly. And also like
No,
for
but
Zhongli, you
if
can just
Zhongli
unlead
gets
it.
banned, you can say another geo.
Also,
Yeah,
that
like-
Zhao is pretty cracked.
That is insane geo damage. We don't have Frida to be played, but yeah, Jean Yun and for Zhang plus that, he's still insane damage. I believe this is the one of the first Shao, or like one of the only Shao users.
Yeah.
In
Well, we might have
round
seen
one,
Shao
there was
first.
yeah. It was Crest, I think. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, 1999 salts, yeah.
We have Catast in 7th.
With a
Clearly, clearly you don't own an air fryer.
true, it's Alpha. I was like, what is the name of this team again? It's one of the funniest AoE teams in the game. Like,
It just works.
Yeah, it's the same concept as the Morgana thing, but it's like it's funnier if it's fun.
We have 3 enemies, right? So both Swirl and Burning are doing quadratic scaling.
Yeah.
Hold on, his team is this fire?
It blows me away as well, right?
Yeah, and something we're gonna see a lot of going forward, and we've already seen a lot, is those Traverse team overload.
Though this is the first appearance of it, I believe.
I think this form exactly, maybe. But it's been there the last round, I think, a couple times. Although we haven't featured it because they were on the lower end of the
Yeah, I
speed.
mean like in the top 15. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah, in the top
what we're
15, yeah,
seeing.
it's gonna be... It might be the first appearance, yeah.
Holy moly, 336k burst. They're not even using Bennett. Sure,
Who's
they're
a Sarah
using,
Crest?
sure, they're using Sarah, but you know.
I mean, Sarah is just as good as Bennett, no? Surely.
Surely.
Holy, that is
Mamma mia.
melting the robots, yeah.
Dusted Wind in 6th.
Kaching.
Kachao.
Oh, yeah. Ching team.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw their like their clear with this, and I was like, what if I tried Kaching instead of Chloram? And I couldn't do it. I'm not mechanically skilled for Kaching yet. Also, maybe
One of
mine's
those
just not as
characters
well
that play a
built.
lot. Yeah, there's a little bit of both. It's like, if you've been playing the character for super long, you have like both your best build on it, and you know exactly how to use them. Hyper blooming with Kaching, let's go.
It was because I think she got hit by the Hydro.
Yeah. Yeah, Hydro Aura, and then the Sucrose got the Sucrose burst in the Hydro.
Sucrose's burst actually managed to infuse something useful.
I mean, infuse something at all.
I mean, true. It infuses
most
something like
inconsistent
once
burst in the
every
game.
2 patches.
Yeah.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
And another rational here. Pretty good.
Now you
I think everybody's burning the Horizon here. Like,
Yeah.
everybody who has a Horizon.
Raiden's like the next best thing after everything else so far has been everything else so far has been banned, so everyone's like, ooh, Raiden.
Yeah.
And then I look at my Raiden and like she's still like level 70. And my best weapon for her is the catch. She ain't doing anything.
Yeah. And my Raiden has is grade on the character select screen. I don't know why.
it doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Yeah. Oh, first Hyper Bloom?
Hyper Bloom?
Or
Ayo.
blooming? Ayo. Bloom is still viable.
Is that...
That is one of the most scuffed Hyper Bloom I've ever
Wait,
seen though.
is that C2 Nahida? Yeah, that's
Might
C2
be.
Nahida. I just saw 75k Hyper Blooms.
Oh yeah, because she can crit. Okay, 68. Yeah, she can crit the Dendro reactions, right?
Yes, at C2.
Yeah, okay. C2 Nahida, but we didn't even use. I don't know why they didn't use official. Official's open.
I mean, still, they did this.
I mean, it is really
under-
fast. Yeah. And then we have another another Overlord team with Bennett and Shanlin this time. Holy! It does Raiden burst every time I see like the HP melt. It's like
Actually, you said melt, but this team is Overload.
I should say the HP overloads and then it goes down.
The HP gets torn into oblivion.
You could say that.
Say that again.
Yeah, pretty clean. Everybody's just aiming for that 100 second, and just not even like just chilling. It's like-
Yeah, because for a lot of people, like getting a sub 80 is just impossible with the.
With the remaining characters, yeah.
Also, Sethos the goat.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen. It's first time in the top 15 for sure.
He ran international last round.
On this side? Yeah,
Yeah.
so Kazuha is out, so we change him. We're playing.
Bowtae's Sethos is genuinely scary.
You're watching the best Sethos player
And
in the world.
more than likely the best
Holy.
Sethos player in the world.
And what is? Oh, I've played this. This is one of the most scuffed Hu Tao team you can ever play. But it is kind of good. And you can do the funny frame perfect Hu Tao stuff with it.
Oh! I'm wondering why
Yeah,
they're
it-
running Yunjin. It's because of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
normal
it-
attack speed.
Yeah, it makes it easier to do certain combos, and there's even like a combo that becomes available that shouldn't be available. It's like, I don't remember how many is the N2, like the N1, there's like N1C and N2C, and I think the N2C can go higher than it should if you play Yunjin. Like, you technically have time for 8, but you can do 9 if you have Yunjin, and it makes it really easy to do 8, or I don't, the exact numbers I don't remember, but there's something like that. You can do like 1 more than you should even be able to do frame perfectly.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But it's crazy time. Pichu,
yeah.
let's go. Mulani, Pichu with a Dea.
Dea
So
the
burn
goat.
vape.
Dea the goat, hello.
Support Dea, yeah. Currently building because she's been rotting in my box for a while. And I need more options. This is why this theater thing told me that I need more options. And we're surfing pretty cleanly. Is it a constellation that the sharks that just pop up and hit the other ones?
We got to see the goat Dea.
Almost. 1, 2, boom. Okay.
Still, that's a pretty respectable player time for first half. Is the Ganyu C6?
That is the question.
Wait,
Are they gonna push below 100 seconds?
okay, that's a
No.
C6.
It is.
Also, they used Xiangling. They used their Xiangling burst before Bennett.
The pyro hap is more important than the rest. Yeah, I guess you max Ganyos.
I suppose that makes sense, yeah. You want the more Bennett uptime for Ganyu than worrying about Xiangling, I guess.
I feel like we're kind of unfortunate because we're pretty close to it 80-second run.
I think if they
But
weren't
it's like
suffering
so
with
it
high
looks like
ping,
so much work.
if they weren't suffering with
Yeah.
high ping, they probably would. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Furu
Furu is
didn't-
so good, so he plays with such shitty characters that nobody bans that that's fine. Like, he just coasts every round.
He did this run in round 1, so
Yeah.
he was just chilling this run.
One of the craziest team I've ever seen.
This one was mainly using Changyun and Animal Resonance to get the Farzan burst to 16 seconds, so we can just run 16-second rotations.
And why did
Otherwise,
Hazo above anyone else?
Because his grouping is fast.
He's the goat.
Okay, so it's fast grouping, and I guess the TDS.
No, he was on Favonius, I think. Yeah. But like even if he carries a support weapon, he's still punching quite strong with Favonius support. Yeah.
Did you Sara just do a 110k there?
From Faruzan, yeah.
No,
I meant to
Sara.
say Sara.
Sarah, yeah. Yeah, because she sometimes you want Sarah to finish like some low HP robots, right? Yeah. So she's on emblem server fit.
Yeah,
Instead
so
of
the
other
whole
stuff.
burst that doesn't crap it on that.
You switched to Sheriff
Yeah.
and really just said, so anyway, I started blasting.
But, yeah,
95. That is really quick.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess nobody. Did
champion of
anyone
this
try
round.
for lower time? I guess no one. We
Right.
just
Yeah.
all hit the bracket. The
I guess
1 hour
we'll
second
see what Chika's time was.
bracket. Yeah.
Mhm.
Another Cloron run?
Yeah. That's very solid grouping. Just don't
Alright,
need a
it's
burst.
too
Like-
powerful. Yeah.
I cannot express how miserable Nahida is to play in multi-wave like this.
Yeah,
It's
you have
like-
to reset.
It's like, oh, I kill all these enemies, and the next wave spawned. I still have my uptime, like damage uptime with Clorond, but I'm doing no damage because there's no Dendro application.
Yeah, it's just kind of the same when you play Lilu teams because you want the Hydro to react, so you want to spend more time on Hydro units than the Dendro ones. But you have to reset every time you kill stuff. You have to go to Nahida and reapply,
Yeah.
or it fucks up everything. And you like half the damage you're supposed to do.
Another Raiden National.
Yeah, Raiden has been basically in every single clear of the top 15. As far as I remember.
Not in my one.
Yeah. I mean, she's been in like a lot of ones, and then it's like a lot of melt teams. So yeah, we're seeing like kind of the archetypes of units and teams that are being played are becoming more and more shallow, which makes sense as the character pool gets banned. 'Cause, you don't
Yeah.
have Bennett, Kazuo, like you don't have all those cracked supports to carry whatever your favorite funny character
Yeah.
is to DPS.
So, now that we've looked at all the top 15 clearers, we might as well look at the overall results for this round as well. There's not been a single sub 80 clear this round,
Mm-hmm.
unsurprisingly. Nobody really tried to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, people had very little time to prepare for it.
Oh yeah, of course. Plus, like a
and
lot of crutches were banned as well.
and yeah, and a lot of the like good obvious characters most people will have are gonna get already are removed. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of patterns emerging, a lot of aggravate, a lot of Raiden centric teams, a lot of Dendro in general.
Both Overload and national type teams are being used.
Yeah.
Also, that includes the Raiden Nationals, the Classic Nationals, and the kind of the Ganyu Melt type clears.
Yeah. With the occasional like Animo cheese and like freeze teams as well.
Fofi is playing Animo Cheese. We have a couple freeze, Yuzu, Furu still with his run who still works.
Bit of Burn
Miu's
Melt.
much down.
Bit of
And a couple
Geo.
Geo teams popping up.
Yeah.
As well as some Navia is gonna start to pull out of the woodworks.
Honestly,
and
that's
Johann
probably...
still running his crazy teams.
That's the biggest surprise. Like we didn't really see much of Navi at all.
So far, yeah. Last round, I think it was like one. I think Dr. Love might have played his Navi team, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think Navia is being safe, but people are willing to burn Raidens away. Yeah. I don't know some people
Shanha,
having
cool.
like C2 Navia as well. Yeah, but they haven't used it.
So Anuki, first in the first round, was only able to do a 130.
That is one of the fall off of all time. I think that's more than twice less slow.
Yeah.
Was it 60 for a second the first time? Yeah, it's crazy.
49 seconds.
And we have a chlorine, we have a kind of a classic chlorine team you've seen a couple times with Lanyan as the Shredder Shielder option.
Yeah.
And on the other side, a Melt with a Sucrose for maximum damage and no defense. I like to note the Yuki's team is kind of fun. The freeze is kind of obvious, like the Inazumi freeze, but with Venti instead of Kazuha. And then you have the
Dendro
Emily.
National?
Yeah, the Dendro National, I guess, but with Emily instead of Nahida.
That would have
And
popped off in
Yicent-
3.7.
Dude, Yicent is playing the first Barbara Bloom freeze, like Fridge team. I think. It's the first one that's this high.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like running a fridge team with C2 Nahida this round would have been pretty nuts. But
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And the last couple placings, I guess. And finally here.
2 people have dropped out.
Yeah, 2 people dropped that already.
Oh, I wouldn't say dropped out. I'd say they weren't able to submit for one reason or
It's-
another, which we...
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
Mostly
what it is.
time. We can mostly assume time really constraints here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The rank 39 players from the first round. Yeah, so when they submitted it, they just said that they only have 8 characters ready for clearing. Yeah, so they know that it would be the only round that they can play, but they still want to they want to submit. Yeah, so that's actually commendable, right? Yeah.
Totally. But yeah.
Right. Now let's
That
have a
is
look
it for
at
round
the-
2?
Yeah, let's have a look at the the overall rankings.
Yeah, the top 10. So, yeah, Johann in first place. He's maintained the highest overall placing, doing second and then 8th. And we have a kind of a big tie at second with between 5 people. Chika, Pichu, Tsufina, TurtleCamera, and Kawizi. And then another tie around 7 at Furu, Bowtae, Crest, and Dusted Wind.
And me and ML. But I believe that these ties are broken by clear times for the current round.
Yes, it's the fastest last round. It's like whoever was the fastest in the last round that was played. The overall spirit of this tournament was like, how far could we push this? If we ban every character, what can people do? So we are like rewarding more the later rounds way more than the early rounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anuki dropping from 1st to 14th. They're still
It's a
hanging
big
on.
fall. Yeah. And yep. TarZ. What if I select Duggalov? I am so far down. I'm terrible at this game.
Gee, let's have a look. 30 seconds.
30-second. Holy. Yeah.
Drain
It's
chain.
more about like how. Yeah, please go ahead.
Drain chain still hanging on.
As
I
well,
believe
yeah.
they were the
Yuxraal
only
19.
only other person that ran Cephos so far, besides
True,
Bowtae.
yeah.
Right, yeah. Only 2 persons running Setos mostly. So actually, like Bowtae's Setos is only worth a ban, but it's actually hard to justify to give it a ban, right? Because yeah, so not many people using him,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually want to target like more people, right?
Yeah. And
It's a higher priority to remove like a Raiden, where like
Yeah.
a lot of people have concentration on it, than the one guy who can play Cephos at the competitive level.
Plus,
Like,
Just have
plus keep in mind that a lot of Electro DPS characters rely on Fischl so much.
mhm.
Where like if you get rid of Fischl, they go from dealing nuclear bomb damage to like pea shooter levels of damage.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of like teams have a massive crunch. It's kind of like the Bloom teams. If you remove Nilu, it like crashes the speed of Bloom teams already. So, and people can match his Cephos runs anyway. Like, it is not like the first time where the C6 Shiori just destroyed everybody and
Yeah.
like put 20 seconds ahead, so they can hit higher brackets. If you can hit the same bracket as anyone, as everybody, it doesn't really matter if they use something weird.
Yeah. Right. I believe we have covered everything for round
Yes.
2. Any
Thank you,
closing
Furu,
thoughts
for joining us.
before we no closing thoughts?
Not much.
No.
The
Okay.
Mizuki runs are crazy. Shout out to Johann.
Shout out to Bowtae Sethos as well.
Oh, yeah.
And
the Yunjin Hu Tao team is kind of really fun. I'm gonna have to test that again.
all right, I believe we have covered everything for this tournament, for this round. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next round.
Thank you for having me on the cast, and thank you for Furu for joining this round.
thanks, yeah, and I
Shout
hope
outs.
everyone enjoyed.
Shoutouts to the goat Furu.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed. And see you next round. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.